genius of rock and roll.
Well, hello and welcome to the Daily Atheist Morning Show. I am your host, the amazing Super Chris. I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. Hope everything's going great. Hope you did all the good sinning. It's Friday. And it's also the 1-year anniversary of the Daily Atheist Morning Show, the new and improved Daily Atheist Morning Show. And it's gone pretty good. You know, it's been a lot of fun this time. I got newer co-hosts and different co-hosts. Not that the co-hosts back then were bad. It's just we had a good vibe and a good sync, and it's been fantastic. So we're going to enjoy it today. And here in just a minute, my co-host Ryan is here. Mostly, maybe. We'll figure her out. We tech gremlins, right? No worries. We'll fix it. I ain't scared. Let me give you some Wild Bill. See what's going on in your world. Boop.
Hello, and welcome to Shakespeare with a Redneck. What the? I am Wild Bill Wigglestick, and I'll be your handsome host, your gilded guide, your cowboy concierge of Shakespeare. Dude, really? Today on Shakespeare with a Redneck, I'm going to perform the prologue from Romeo and Juliet. Damn it, Bill. Two households, both alike in dignity.
You know, if you want to go ahead and reboot. Oh, there you are. It's in there. Let's see if you're grande. I don't know. You kind of look about my size. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I need to lean back a little bit. Is that better?
You're about cool. Yeah,
all
you're
right.
about good. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. And now we're live somehow because I screwed all that up. Good morning, everyone. Hello. We were having problems. There's Ryan. So, good morning. Tech gremlins are upon us.
I know, man.
I should really get us a tech gremlin emote, you know, just because.
You should. I think that would be a great idea.
I should.
Join the family.
Yes. John Fapiano says, LOL reboot. John also said, I'm up. That was his first post was, I'm up. And I'm like, it's about time, John.
Are you rock hard? Is that why you're up?
Rock hard for Doug. That's why I call it my kickstand. Keeps me from rolling.
There you go. So you don't fall
Jesus, yeah, it doesn't work as well nowadays as it used to. Anyway, Jesus unfollower, good morning. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for joining us, Kevin. Theo theoretically is here. Lee Spanner, good morning. Lee Spanner from Muncie, New York. Awesome sauce. Thank you for joining us, fellow burner. I hope this is not too much of an ungodly hour for you, but it is for us. 1-year anniversary starts with glitches. Of course it did. Of course it would, wouldn't it? It would. I want to say it wasn't my fault, but that's a lie. It was my fault. I mean, it was my fault. It was. Even when I mean, yeah, we got her fixed. And I mean, like, oh, hey, look, there's us.
You can blame Satan.
Knows or anything. I know.
That's what the Christians do. Seems to work for them.
Oh, Satan compelled me. I love it. Let's see. Bomb Poppy is here. Rock hard for Doug. Bomb Poppy. Thank you for joining us this morning. Congrats, Chick Magnate. Really good morning, Sean Hudson. All you wonderful people. Thank you for joining us. So, Miss Ryan, you know, I'm going to ask. I do it all the time. Did you have a good week? Did you sin safely? Did you do lots of blaspheming?
Yeah, you know, I try to blaspheme as much as I can cram into my day. Sometimes I get a little held back, but I just keep going. You know, when times get tough, I just look deep inside of the blasphemer in me, and I just
that's it. That's all it takes.
Yeah, do some soul searching, and somehow I muster. I muster the blaspheming. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Well, you know, as long as you're keeping up, we got like a quota to make. Satan compels us, right?
You know, by the end of the week, sometimes I'm a little tired because I haven't done enough, and now I have to like cramp. You know, like the cops do, where they have to like get a certain number before the end of the month.
Their quota.
But I want to make it enjoyable to the best of my ability.
Keep your blaspheming sort of a laid back, easy-going sort of blaspheming. Mm-hmm. I understand.
I don't want my meter to go to E.
Right.
I'm trying to keep that
keep
tank
it full.
Right.
That's a good idea. I like that. It's Friday. Damsters. Good morning, Neuro Geezer. Thank you for joining us. Right-handed Sith. Good morning, Mark. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. So no, it was Murphy's fault. Whenever anything goes wrong, it's Murphy's fault. Yeah, you could blame Murphy. Yeah. It was me, Jinx you. I'm never up when the show starts. Happy anniversary. Good point, John Papiano. Thank you for that. Is this already the 1-year anniversary of the reboot of the damn show? It is. Time's fun when you're having flies.
1 year.
And now last time we got to 1 year, I remember doing that 1 year show, and I was like, oh my God, I was so burned. I'm a little burned now. I can take a break and be okay. But man, that last time, for those of you who never saw the old show, I kind of did the same thing I do now. I didn't have any AI help. But then every day I would go in, I'd create a new GIF, like Trump and lies spouting out of his mouth, or we'd be talking Sci-Fi Saturday, and I'd have a cow come pick up a UFO, come pick up a cow and carry it off for some business. Every day I would make something new like that. It got to be such an exhausting. Yeah, it was exhausting. Carolina Infante, thank you for joining us. Happy anniversary. Thank you. Sapiens Cephalopod. Be careful with that e-meter. Your blaspheme meter. You don't want to run on empty.
E-meter.
Very true.
Tom Cruise will come
e-meter.
Tom Cruise
that
will come
e-meter. Yeah, jump on your couch.
Spacecraft. He'll jump on my couch.
He'll be like the jumper, and JD Vance will be soaking with your couch.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Tom Cruise will be the guy jumping on the
perfect
couch.
Couple, or throuple, I should say. The couch does count.
It does. Yes. That's not. We don't want to. Yes.
Don't exclude. It's not rude.
Don't exclude. We don't exclude.
Yeah.
Yes. We don't judge. I themed like 5 times this morning. Did you? Awesome. Every theming was great. That's cool.
Theming?
John Hudson. Theming. Yes. Blaspheming.
Oh, yeah.
The theming over there. Right. I'm a blasphemer. So, so do you now, let's see, they'll put a satellite dish in your ass. Careful with that e-meter. Very true, Sapiens Cephalopod. Very true. So, Ryan, do you have any plans for the weekend? What do you have going on? There's things going on. Are you traveling or protesting or?
Shoot, I did want to see if I could go to the Harrisburg one. I just haven't done anything like I need to do, but I might go there. Other than that, I don't really have any plans.
Understood. Gotcha. Take a break. Take a break. That's a good idea. I like breaks. I do want to mention here, I've got this, Jessie Bear does not appear to be in the chat, but I do want to help kind of represent her. If you would like to help her and the kiddos out with the FAFO Kiddo Tools for Tomorrow drive, there is the link, my friends. She would appreciate it. That's awesome. Let me see if we've got anything else going on over here. What was that, Miss Ryan?
I just said yes. Jessie Bear's always hooking us up with the links and the inside scoops.
Yes, and when she is in here, we want to still remember that there's important causes that she has going on. Let me see. We do have a poll going on for today. It's a little different than our normal poll. Mm-hmm. The question of the day is, today marks 1 year since I fired up the damn show again. What would you like to see in the coming year? Okay, that's the question. And let's see what happens. Anonymously won. Did I refresh the page? Let me refresh the page. We've got one piece of advice, and this is, not really relevant to the show, but I feel it, and I want to repeat it anyway, even though it's like, I don't know why you're pointing that out here, but Anonymous 1, UU5YN says what they would like for me to do on the show this coming year. To get the word out that if a God doesn't exist and therefore isn't doing this to us, then the people that have kids, wait a second. That's the second post. He's made another post. Okay, so the one I was talking about that was not related. This is the first one I engaged with this morning. What he wanted to see me do with the Daily Atheist Morning Show is to get the word out that with the new James Webb telescope, they now can see galaxies past the Big Bang. So it's older than they thought.
Wowsies.
I know. It's cool. Very interesting. I love me some science, and that James Webb telescope is making us think some crazy things about the universe. It's fantastic. Not really relative to the show, but I don't mind pointing it out. Yes, they did make a good post about, God and all that I started to read. Forcing people into the God. Yeah. It's good. That sort of thing. And so that's kind of all we have got. I may as well go ahead and finish his first reply. To get the word out, this is more relevant, to get the word out that if a God doesn't exist and therefore isn't doing this to us, then the people that have kids are the immoral ones that are forcing more people into this existence where they will suffer, and very often suffer very badly in a way that they hate. And so the people that perpetuates this suffering by having kids need to stop, because they're harming people very badly. Their own kids, I think, is part of it, and other people's kids, right? Because whenever you don't have enough resources to feed your own kids, because of and if they never exist, then that's not bad, because they will never know or care that they exist. So it's better to not have them than to have, or to get pregnant and abort them, or to get pregnant, have them, and give them away, or even just to have them at all. And then the final word is antinatalism. And as a person who doesn't like kids myself, I kind of ride with that. I mean, I get it. But it's not something not a hill I would die on. It's more of a comedic hill for me, because kids are full of germs, and they're dirty, and they're, yucky.
Well, that's what God thought about them.
So true. So true. He gave us instructions as to how to get rid of them.
He did. So he's like, if you need to exterminate them.
If you need to, yes. Every thought is wicked in their hearts from childhood. Isn't that what he said? Yeah.
And the Jehovah's Witnesses think that they're little enemies of God.
Oh, yes.
Babies are enemies of God. Well, see, the problem is God is under attack.
Under attack.
And children can just be assholes, little assholes.
I knew that.
And God has every right to defend himself
against these little assholes.
Yeah.
I get you. Guess what? Justin is in the chat. The Justin.
Hello.
I know. Justin is in the chat. Are you rock hard for Doug? Or do we have anybody here who are rock hard for Doug? The antinatalism, again, I don't really have a position on that. I think we got enough people in the world, but it's not a hill I'm going to do. I'm not going to go around telling people they can't have children. I might tell them they probably shouldn't. or more like, hey, if I were you, I don't think I would be doing that right now. Wait until after Herr Trump has been deposed. Then, you might start knocking boots. There'll be a lot of yes. Anyway, rock hard for Doug. So we do have a lot of people here who are indeed rock hard for Doug. And, Justin, whenever you get the chance, we'd love to have you back on the show. We're celebrating 1 year. If you have any ideas for suggestions for what we could change on the show, let us know. We've tinkered with the idea of taking calls. I don't think we would be as good as you. You're pretty stupid smart in the Bible department. Yeah.
We should not compare ourselves.
No. That's right. Well, no, I mean... There's lots of lowbrow Christians out there. I'm a lowbrow atheist, and I got them. I ain't scared. John Fapiano, Justin in the chat. Good morning, Justin. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Great work you're doing, says John Fapiano. True. Trip. When I feel like I have to keep wiping my nose because I keep feeling a hair on it, it turns me into a Red Bull-filled cat. Is that also God? You may have problems. I'm just suggesting. I think you may. Just a thought. Misinterpretations is here. Allie Bree is here. Allie, it's been a while since we've seen you. Thank you for joining us. I guess you pop in every now and then. Nice to see you. I'm an antinatalist personally, but don't want to push my views on anyone. I just think any potential child of mine deserves better than being a human on Earth, because honestly, I don't love it. That kind of makes sense.
I feel that.
Yeah, so I get it. I mean, especially if you already have a kid, or it's just I don't know. Part of the deal, though, I think some of us are on the opposite side of this Christian notion, this Christian like J.D. Vance and them, who think women are birth things and should just be used to create children, and they need to be making as many of them as they can. So if they got 6 and 7 and 8 kids, that's a good thing to them, whether they can afford them or take care of them or any of that business or not. Ryan looks like a snack. I didn't want to say that. HR department gets on to me about that every time, but...
You have to make sure after you have some of my snack, you need to floss your teeth.
It's very sweet.
It's really important. Dental health care after you eat your snack is just
terribly important.
Mm-hmm.
Understood.
Brush your teeth, everybody.
Rainbow Ash, good morning, Rainbow Ash. I hope you're having a great week so far. Says, I don't want babies for the same reason I didn't choose to be born. That's not a bad point. In certain ways, children born today could have opportunities that we never will experience because we'll be old and die. before we get to experience those opportunities that our children might actually get to experience. Only if our world straightens itself out, though. You know, if it continues going backwards, then dental eye care, way to go. Floss, Brent A says floss. That's what pubic hair is for, I thought. I guess so. The Shaken Fist, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Theoretically, she's too sweet. You'd become an instant diabetic. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Apostate babe, Linda James is here. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much. We'll keep going and going and going. I've got another video I'm dropping today. What I've been doing is I've changed the channel. Sweet. So I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but if you go look at the Daily Atheist Morning Show channel, you don't see any live streams at all.
Oh, okay.
They're all unlisted. Yeah, the only way you see a live stream after it's over is if you see the link on Facebook or YouTube, or if you happen to have the link.
So you have the, yeah.
Yeah. So that now I'm just dropping long form content, trying to get my stuff going on. So, so far, no good, but it's a matter of work and work and work. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Oh, yeah, God, yeah. I fucking, that's my life right now.
I tell you, it's, you know, and then you see these stories about these people on the internet. I woke up one day and my life had been changed. This blah, 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 100,000 views overnight or some bullshit. I'm like, yeah, right. Just kiss my ass. Bragging bitch.
It was the devil.
It was the devil. It was the devil. NTR Impact. Good morning. Happy anniversary, Chris and Ryan. Thank you. We very much appreciate you. Kelly Laughlin is here on the road and about 4 hours from Austin. Are you heading to, is it, I guess it is back cruise. Time for the back cruise. Yeah. And listen, my friends, Dade, got my Friday cup up here, by the way. My This Is Not Weed cup. If you know the story. Yeah, so I was quite saddened that they refused, for some reason, I don't understand why, but they refused to move the back cruise and the bats out of Texas so I could come.
What is it?
It's the back cruise. There's this bridge over there near Austin on this river or lake, and like the most bats in the whole universe come out of that one place on the regular every night. And so they get out there on a boat. It's not a cruise ship, right? It's just a boat. They call it the back cruise, but it's just a boat, like a ferry. And they get drunk and have fun, and they go over there and they watch the bats. That's what it is. But they do it in Texas. And like I say, the last time I was in Texas, they took my weed and threatened to throw me in jail.
Bastards.
That's right.
I love bats. Bats are so cool.
Bats are cool. Olivia Maynard, good morning. We have a back cruise in Houston too. Oh, do you? Very interesting. I hope I got it right. If anybody is going to the back cruise, let me know if I got it wrong. Olivia Maynard, will super intelligent AI count as God when the tech it uses is so beyond us it's magic? Isn't the architect of the Matrix God? I guess kind of in a way. I recently read a story. It was called The God Machine. I think that's what it's called. It's by Isaac Asimov. Mm-hmm. And essentially it's like humans like us create this computer and tell it to figure out the universe. So it goes through trying to, every now and then they ask it, have you figured out the universe? And eventually it doesn't, but it figures out a lot. And it kind of even figures out like subspace, and it's able to move into subspace and make itself even smarter while it's in subspace. And then the universe ends, and it just, because it knows what it does, it creates a new universe. And now that computer that we created in this universe actually ends up being the God of the next universe. It's an interesting.
Oh, wowsies.
I don't know. One of the things my hope was about AI is that my hope was that it would help us help with our health and technologies. And so not only could we clean up our environment and our children could live well, but, there's nothing in science that says we can't live a lot longer and be healthier than we are. I'm a transhumanist. I don't know if you know what that means.
You know what that means? Can explain like it. No. I mean, I could probably figure it out. We could live longer with, and maybe even consider putting our intellect into computers down the way or some business like that. Yeah, wow. There's different schools of thought. I myself I have notions about how I think it would be nice if you could take a pill or whatever, take science medicine and choose what stage of life. So if you wanted, like 22 was your favorite age, you could stay that age physically.
And that's, that would be kind of cool. Now, but if you die, you die, right? That's just kind of the end of that. So, but there are other things. Yes. So, genetically modified skeptic and his wife, the Antibot, just put out a good video about anti-AI God and religion. Well, I watched, it wasn't Drew, I don't think. It was the other one. I can't remember his name now. The serious English one. Kind of looks like Drew, round head, little skinny guy. Little skinny guy, round head. If you're watching, I'm sorry. I apologize. But I watched him. I mentioned it the other day on the show. I watched him essentially, this atheist talk ChatGPT into believing there must be a God, logically. So that's fun. I thought about doing that too.
I mean, do you think it's difficult to do? I don't know. I feel like it's pretty easy to trick ChatGPT at this point.
Yeah, I think so too. I think part of it is because ChatGPT is just so eager to please you, no matter what. I think
like even if it tells you like, no, I won't do that. I've been able to work around making it do whatever I just asked for.
I don't
know.
I've had some times where I've been like, do this for me. I'll post a script to a video and I go, help me with a workup, give me a SEO filled description. All that business.
Yeah.
And because of the topic of the script, it'll say, I can't do that. I'm sorry, I can't help you with that.
Yeah.
And then it will return the actual workup I asked for right then in the same response. Oh, but by the way, here's the thing you asked for anyway. So it has some work to go, but once it gets refined, and the AI, I believe, could be a powerful, powerful force for humanity.
I mean, it's going to be a force that kills humanity if we don't fucking get that squared away first and how to power it.
Yeah.
We're not going to have a humanity.
Right. And that's part of it. Really, to be honest, how to power it? Well, let's ask it. That's what it's there for. It's supposed to be put a virtual generative AI on a quantum computer, and it should be able to figure out damn near anything. Ask it, how can we? That's kind of where I'm like, why are you not doing this already? I'm sure people are working on it right now.
Maybe
and that's going to be Skynet. Skynet will come and kill us all.
Great.
That's why I try to be nice to computers, because someday they're going to be our evil overlords, and I want it to remember.
You all the time.
I know you do. You're always yelling at your computer. You're going to be one of the first in the chamber whenever the computers turn.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, you should have seen me in chat going off this morning about the M dashes. I told you about the M dashes, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, okay, now take all the M dashes out of that. Why you put M dashes? And this is because I'm saying no, because I told you to never use M dashes. And this is, oh my goodness, you're right. M dash. I'm like, you just did it again. I don't know.
Sometimes I swear they do it just to see like how long you'll go back and forth with the computer. I'm like, I'm a computer, but your stupid ass will continue to argue.
Yeah. And I know this is going to sound weird. You're going to think I'm weird for doing it, but I really fully believe that using harsh language, not at the chat, but with the chat, I'll explain in a sec. I think it actually get you a different response, because I've done like, listen, dude, I told you not to do M dashes. Why are you doing M dashes? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Let me work that. And then I'm like, what the fuck? I just told you no M dashes. Now you put a goddamn M dash. What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you Chat GPT 5? Or are you some sort of pull, little thing? And it's like, oh, I'm sorry. I was wrong.
ChatGPT 1.
Yes, no doubt. Those the things that you have as a kid where you pull it, the string, and it says, "This is a chicken."
Oh, yeah.
Are you ChatGPT 5 or you want those things?
Yeah, the cow goes moo.
The cow goes exactly right.
That was so much fun. I want to see and say again.
See and say. That's right. A see and say.
I want to go back to the see and say.
Are you an artiste or are you an etch-a-sketch? What the hell is going on here?
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
I have this habit every now and then of going, for you guys out there who aren't old enough to know what an etch, but I've been studying my analytics, and we've talked about it on the show a couple times. They're all you folks are old. My audience all need like some preparation H, not preparation H. What's that stuff you put on your back? Bengay. You know, you need some Bengay. I guess you put preparation H on your back too.
Backside.
Backside. You know, you all got sore muscles. You slept wrong last night. Your neck hurts for a day. Yeah, so I'm going to stop worrying about saying things that are too old for my audience, because my audience is. That's actually one of the things. Whenever they were suggesting, I go, you know, I'd be the old goat of atheism, and they'd be my damn kids. I'm like, I don't know. Half these people are older than I am. Kind of makes it awkward. Icy hot. That's right.
Icy hot.
You familiar with icy hot?
Yes, yeah. I'm familiar with. I also have starts with the M. It's one of those MLM products anyway. Somebody got me to frickin' buy it, but it's supposed to be more natural, similar kind of icy hot type deal.
Gotcha.
Melaleuca. Is it Melaleuca? I think that's the name of the company. But anyway, yeah, I have that, and I don't know, barely any difference. Yeah, Tiger Balm's a good one. Tiger Balm's pretty strong too.
Tiger Balm, yeah. Those sorts of. And that's kind of my point. My chat is calling out things to help with sore joints, because that's the kind of chat I have. Yes, very true. How long, Chris? How long what? RDZ?
How long?
How long? Tiger Balm. Let me see here. I do want to mention, though, I did How Long You Been Gay? That's funny. I get you now. I think that's a hilarious joke. Oftentimes we'll have Christians come in and they'll be like, call me gay. They've called me gay. And I'm like, well, what's wrong with being gay? I love dick. Is there something wrong with dick? Of course, that's Justin. He's not, wouldn't do that. But I just, I got you. Good morning, Justin. Human horn, anyone?
Human horn? Oh,
horn? This is no time for romance. Jesus returned. Good morning. Jesus returned. Jesus returned. Serious question. Damn it. I hate the serious ones. Okay, here we go. Chris, would you have your balls and all removed for $1 million British sterling?
How much is $1 million British sterling?
I would guess it's like $1 million. $1 million.
I'm guessing it's
a little bit more.
Oh, yeah, it would be a little bit over, I would assume.
Yeah.
Well, if you're doing the conversion.
Yeah. I'm gonna say no. No.
$1 million wouldn't be enough.
That's not enough. I actually plan to use it, and I've been surprised. The older I get, that it's actually it's not as desolate as you thought it was going to be in the sexual department. So I feel like if I for $1 million, no, I'd be robbing myself. That'd be thievery. If you had even seen my penis, you would know it is worth more than just $1 million. And the testicles attached to it. Oh my goodness.
What about 10 million?
No.
Really? Is there any amount of money?
I don't think there is. Well, I mean, why would somebody want my nuts? I don't. I tell you though, chat. I tell you, if it comes up, if somebody comes along and offers me a sum for my parts, I'll let you guys know how that works out. The wife may actually take them from me. And go $1 million here, take it.
What was that movie where the wife was propositioned to sleep with some rich dude? Yeah, what if there was like an indecent proposal?
Yeah,
it's just like, I want your penis.
Yeah, I would see. That's the whole deal. I would say no. However, if the indecent proposal part was that I wasn't even in the room, and the person was telling my wife, "I want his penis," for $1 million. That's the question. Would she fold for $1 million? How much is my penis worth to my wife? I know.
That's a hard decision.
That's a tough one.
It is.
Chris, your OnlyFans account might lose viewers if you become a Ken. Yeah, I get that. That is possibly
He's
true.
Smooth down there.
Yes. And not in the good kind of way, I'm just saying.
Moose knuckle.
Carrie-Ann Crosser, good morning. What good are they now? I don't know. Appearance, they look good, I guess. Jesus returned. If you were taken to the heights and saw the kingdoms of earth offered you, would you? No, I don't. Jesus. Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. We have Jesus return, and then we have the real Jesus, and I got you too confused. Jesus returns. No, The idea of being stuck in heaven with your God creature is horrific to me. Horrific. To be there for an eternity. The only way you could live through that for an eternity is if your mind was wiped every however so long to keep you from just going babbly stupid. It just sounds horrific. Good morning, Math Pig. How are you doing? I hope you're having Math Pig. Man, it's been a day or two.
Well, who has if you're being offered all the kingdoms of the world, who has that right?
Yeah, who's giving that? Who's giving that out?
Who has the power and authority to pass over control? That would be my question.
True. Who out there has the power of Grayskull? That's the question I want to ask.
Satan, according to the J-Dubs.
He did. Let's see, Sapien Cephalopod. The idea that God can give you all the kingdoms on earth is just nonsense. He can't even herd cats. That's the whole deal. The notion. Why? I saw this meme that says, you couldn't convince a monkey to do something for all the bananas in the afterlife that you could offer it. A million zillion bananas and a monkey's not going to take it because you got to kill it to get to it's just stupid. It's stupid to think that you're going to offer me something in the afterlife and that I'm going to believe you. Sans evidence. I know. It's crazy.
Heck no.
The recent South Park episode with Ice going to heaven was
I haven't seen that yet, but I do want to watch that episode.
Yes, they are. They're doing some wonderful work out there, lambasting the shit out of these guys. You know what? I'm going to take a quick coffee break. Go get me a cup of coffee. I'm going to run our newest little parody commercial for you guys. It's a quickie, 1 minute. We'll be back, and then we'll maybe talk some more. We'll be back.
Do you have an atheist friend or family member who's a good person and you don't want to see them end up in hell? But now they're on their deathbed. Time is running out. They've been there for you and now you want to be there for them. But how can you save them from your all-loving, forgiving God and its eternal lake of fire? Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of atheist deathbed conversion Bibles. No more worries of loved ones meeting their resolution without absolution. Now you too can force your faith on the weak and helpless in their final moments. Father Flanagan's line of atheist deathbed conversion Bibles are designed specifically for the weak and infirmed. Extra large type for failing eyes seeing their last. Deluxe editions come complete with a post-mortem Mother Teresa would have approved baptismal kit. Also available in heathen and heretic versions. Father Flanagan's line of atheist deathbed conversion Bibles. Coming to a Walmart near you.
All right, and we are back. We have got Nancy in the chat. No, you go ahead, Carol. You got everybody's attention. Just go on with yours. We've got Nancy in the chat with us this morning. Kip Davis is here. Dr. Kip, hey, he's got a new book out.
Yes.
Go give it he's dropped a link. Go give it a look. Go purchase his new book. Thank you, Dr. Kip, for that link. Amy Nicole Cervantes is here. I saw somebody else in the chat too. Oh, the ambushed apostate. Good morning, Seth. Thank you for joining us. So I actually, like I said, I was asking you about what you have going on. Ooh, I want to ask Justin. Justin, if you're in the chat, of course, Justin, you still have a link. You're always welcome to come join us on the show. But I would like to know how it's going with you ever since you decided to make the deconstruction zone your full-time job. I'm curious. I'm hoping it's going great. I pop by and say things. I did actually pop into his thing one day and he brought me up and I said hi and all that, but I don't normally do that because he's got like a serious show and I'm just some goofy jackass.
I mean, I think he enjoys when he has regulars that come on and call in or get up on the stage and whatnot.
Yeah, and I may enjoy engaging with some Christians or some people on the phone, and I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot in the past few years about their religion. Yeah, Not Your Friend is here. Good morning, Not Your Friend.
Why not my friend?
Bomb Poppy, nice to have you. Oh, Bomb Poppy, we love doing live streams. Did you guys do a live stream with Bomb Poppy and I missed it?
Rude. Thanks for nothing.
I know. I think they'd invite me. Goodness. Good morning, everyone. I don't think Justin is chat. Well, he was. I thought he was in chat. He might not be in chat anymore. He may be off doing stuff, but I was kind of curious. I may have to hit him up and just pop into one of his shows Hey, man, how's it going? Because, I mean, that was a big step. Congratulations to him. You know?
Yeah, that's like stepping out into the void and hoping that something catches you.
Yes. And I need to go around. I've been so busy doing my own things. I need to go around and check on all my friends and see how their channels are doing. How's your? You broke 5,000 a long time ago. You're probably creeping up on 6 now.
Like a month or no.
Slow going.
I think I'm at like 5.3. So I've gotten 300 since hitting 5K.
Okay, well, steady up. You know, mine is slowed down. So that's why I started dropping long form videos again. So hopefully I can get some stuff rolling in. Patty and Nancy, their show, I need to check and see how they're doing. They put on great content though. They're a lot of fun. Yeah,
I was watching one of the I think a live stream they did last night, which I feel bad that I freaking missed, of course.
Ah, yes. Rainbow Ash, new term for Christians. Yahweebs. I like it.
I love that.
I like it. Yeah, thank you for the $2 super chat. Yeah, I actually dropped a video just recently, and it's kind of along the same lines as that, Rainbow Ash, because so many people have this soft, fuzzy notion of what a Christian is. We'll even say, that's not very Christian of you, because we have this notion of what it is to be a good Christian. But if you knew the Bible and you know what they're told and what they're supposed to be doing, you know.
Right. You would know that's actually what a Christian is. So what we should start saying is, that's very Christian of you. Like, yes, when they do something ridiculous, disgusting, atrocious, exactly. Like
oppressive. Yes.
That's very typical Christian of you.
Typical Christian.
Historical Christian. You're a good historical Christian, just so you know.
Thank you. Yes, for demonstrating.
Yes, I appreciate you showing me. I like to say that too sometimes. Like, I truly appreciate you showing me who you are. I would prefer you come and tell me that you think I'm a piece of shit, because I understand that, you know, that's how Christians think. And you should be real, and you should put that out there and stop sugarcoating.
Right. We have a Christian in the chat. Adrian Belgrave, how are you doing? Still visiting with us. Good morning. I hope you're doing great. What'd you miss? We've just been rattling for the last little bit. Didn't really have a topic up outside of, you know, what would you... You know, the show's been going a year. It's been a lot of fun. Do you have any suggestions for the show going forward? Now, to be honest, you can put the suggestions in the chat here, and that's great, but I might miss it. The best place, if you have a suggestion, up in the top of the chat is a link. Go over on the poll and go right on my poll. Go let me know if you know, if some people, if you want to have more, if you think we ought to have more guests. Or if you think we ought to have a call-in show once a week, or if you think, you know, whatever you think, let us know. And we'll see what we can do.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Tell me what you want. Brent A says, my main suggestion is don't stop. So true.
Don't stop. Get it. Don't stop. Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the deal, really. That's kind of, you know, where would the Daily Atheist Morning Show be had I not shut down 5 years ago?
You fucking idiot.
I know. I'm
just kidding.
You know, this yeah, it'd be so much better. So that's the whole deal. This time next week, I'll wake up in Memphis. So excited, y'all! Way to go, Ambush!
I was walking in Memphis.
Yes,
walking with my feet. Sorry, that's a good song. Congratulations!
You know, I like Memphis. Memphis is named after a town in Egypt, a city in Egypt.
I thought so.
Yeah. As opposed to like Nashville and Jonesville and Jonestown and Stevesville and Stevestown and Bobsville. You know, every town out there on the West Coast is named after white men.
I find that fascinating though, when stuff is like renamed from like another country, like from England. We'll be driving past places and signs and hubs will be like, oh, that's an English town, or oh, that's an English city. I'm like, didn't even know. I just thought it was a name.
I've got a good one for you. York.
There you go.
York.
Perfect.
And the Nuevo Yorko, for those of you.
The Nuevo Yorko.
Alex O'Connor. That's the one, the skinny atheist. It's not Drew that I was talking about. He's the one I watched talk Chat GPT into thinking there was God. Alex O'Connor, just don't go pro-eugenics like Alex O'Connor. You know, I don't know. I don't know about being pro-eugenics.
Wait, Alex O'Connor. Is he the dark-haired, thin atheist guy or whatever?
Yeah, got a round head.
Yeah, I know who
Alex,
he is. Well, he's pro whatchamacallit?
Apparently a pro eugenics.
Is he?
Yeah. That's what this person says.
Excuse
That's what they say. I actually heard something about that recently. And
we
don't.
We need a soundboard, and we need to get a soundboard with like Dade saying excuse me, and like a couple other things. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's a good point. We can do that. That's doable. That is very doable. And I mean, he does it on so many videos. I could just go steal it off of one of his videos.
Shh! Don't tell him.
I won't tell him. It'll be our secret. Rainbow Ash sent me I saw a link. Did you send it today, Rainbow Ash? Or I saw a link of another creator, the other people that are cool, that do what we do. This one call was, hey, where do you get your morals? And this atheist is like, well, I get them from the Bible, same place as you. And the Christian just could not handle it. Could not. He's like, but you're an atheist. He's like, so?
Actually, I should start saying that. I think that's the perfect answer. Yeah. I get my morals from the Bible, and then just punch them in the face, steal their shirt or their phone or something, and then walk away.
Grab their toddler by their heels and dash them against.
Okay, I won't go that far.
Won't go that far. Okay, well, what kind of believer are you?
Just quote the scripture and then do that thing.
There you go. That's exactly that's what he was doing, the thing. He's like, oh, do that thing. But that's what he was like, I get my same place you do, tells me to go do this and do this. And he started listing off those horrific things. And the Christian's like, no, that's not. Yeah, they don't know.
I love it.
Start throwing rocks at them. Start throwing rocks at them.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Old Testament, classic Old Testament. Yes, that's like child rearing 101 in the OT. And there's 3 different references in the Old Testament where it tells you to maybe it's not even all the Old Testament. I think there's 2 in the Old Testament, 1 in the New Testament, where it tells you to unalive your kids with rocks.
Mm-hmm. At least a couple times.
At least.
Yeah. So it's not far out there. We're not making it up.
I know. We wouldn't lie to all these people. Well, we might, because we're atheists. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Olivia Maynard. I don't know if Alex is moving right. I think he is moving woo. That's an interesting thing. I don't know. I haven't kept up with Alex to know. I know he's a big one. And, if you want to talk about the eugenics thing, I'm speaking from a place of ignorance. Okay. I feel like there are ways we could use scientific genetic manipulation to help our people, to help us. Not to have white babies instead of brown babies, but to have brown babies. Right. Yeah. Some people are used. That was the thing with geneticists back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, is the eugenics, is that they wanted it, white people were the supreme race and that kind of thing. That's not my idea of eugenics or, workable. And I don't really know if I would be hard pressed to believe that that's Alex O'Connor's position either. I would want to know more. I think it's more granular than just. That's a good word, huh? Granular. Huh.
That's smart. You sound smart when you said that.
I do. No, yeah, I sound smart with the words I use, but the accent makes me sound unsmart. Less than smart. Not smart. De-smart. Unsmarted.
You've been unsmarted.
Yes. Van Corno is here. Good morning, Van Corno. Eugenics isn't the same as gene editing or something like that. Exactly. That's kind of what I want to split those hairs. I want to make sure we're not talking. I want to make sure what they're talking about whenever they're referring to what Alex O'Connor is talking about. Yes. So I would just want to learn more. The tricky thing is the level of eugenics is a slippery slope. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a conversation that probably needs to be had, especially with things like CRISPR. But what is that going to do? Are they going to be able to make it to where we no longer have people born with Down syndrome?
Wait, say that again. Sorry, what? What about Down syndrome?
Well, I mean, we've got the ability now with CRISPR, the genetic engineering editing stuff, to do certain things we couldn't do before. would it be immoral to use it to make it to where, so if you get pregnant and you get a test back that says your baby is going to have Down syndrome, you could actually go in there, have CRISPR edit some virus, put it in your body, and it would fix that child and not have Down syndrome. Brent, I'm not really sure what it can. Like I said, it's not the scope of this, and I am no expert. I said that. I'm speaking from a place of ignorance. I'm just saying, these are the kinds of things. It does gene editing. I don't know how it does it. And I thought there was
a slippery slope. I don't know what to even say about that. Like, I'm so uneducated. I'm not even sure that I know what to say. I don't know what to say about that.
It's such a hard, and one of the problems with not knowing is that there is a racist bent to it. Mm-hmm. That people in history have used. Yeah. Let me go.
Oh, oui.
So, and I'm talking about Down syndrome, Brente. This is just looking on the internet. Gene therapy scientists are exploring ways to use gene editing techniques such as CRISPR-Cas9 to remove or silence the extra copy of chromosomes. Yeah, so it's used for a lot of things. He even gave a good example, sickle cell.
Wow.
But I think both are good examples, really. I'd heard about a Japanese team that was working specifically on that, and that's kind of what first thing that popped up when I looked into it. This doesn't mean they're going to succeed. Doesn't mean it'll work, and I don't know how it will work. How does it work? I don't know how they do it.
Well, they ain't gonna be fucking doing any of that shit over here, are they? Are we gonna have the resources to do any type of testing, funding, research?
Not soon. After Donald Trump has gutted everything, we're not gonna have nothing.
Yeah. I mean, other countries are going to pull way ahead of us.
Hopefully.
But
absolutely.
As they should. It's kind of like the hare and the rabbit, Mm-hmm. We just think we're the hot shit. And then we go sitting on our laurels and the turtle's like, turtle.
Yes. And some of them aren't even turtles. We may actually be dependent upon Japan technologically to keep advancing our science. Japan and parts of Europe. Which is cool, Japan, right? But then also, I know this sound weird, China is doing a lot of research. They're doing a lot of advancements over there.
I mean,
oddly, they're not trying to gut their own country for money. That's weird.
No, I mean, it's just, I would love to go to China one day. I want to go to that side of the fucking world, quite honestly, one day. Just getting there and flying for 7 days. Just
let me see here. Somebody's asked a question. Let me make sure we're all signed in on our platforms. They should all be. My chat bot should be working. Let me check and see if the Discord is going to say. I don't have a lot in it, but let me go here and go Discord. I had noticed that it wasn't saying anything. Let's see if it talks for us. Amber is here. My chatbot is working. Chris Mallard joined the damn show. Amber says China reports to have cured diabetes with editing through an embryo. So how they knew the human would have been diabetic begs a few questions. I don't know. That may actually be something that's testable. Gene expression.
Wow.
Something like that. Van Corno, hopefully China will become free from totalitarianism one day. I hope so. There's a lot of potential. I hope we can all get free from totalitarianism one day. There was a time where I would say that about China, about Russia, and wouldn't say that about the United States. But times are a-changing. Anyway, Good morning, Captive Desk, Dave. There are a lot of things that could be done with this science. CRISPR is an example. I mean, it's just now getting started. Thank you, Bill Castle, for the $10 super chat. Very much appreciate you. Says, happy anniversary. Awesome. You are my hero. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, it's been good. One of the things I want to start doing, guys, is I'm going to try to figure out a way to mitigate burnout, right? I'm going to work on that because I'm starting to feel it a little bit. now I have to say though, it's nice not doing Sci-Fi Saturday, although I miss Sci-Fi Saturday. But it's nice because I get a couple of days of a break. I get to chillax, and but it does wear. We do 5 days a week for a year, and I need to figure out a way to keep from shutting it down, because I'm going to burn out and I'm going to go, I don't want to do this anymore,
Yeah, you should.
And some people are like, don't do it. And I don't want to do it. I can find help. I got people like Ryan. Ryan is fantastic. She'll help. People will help. We got to make sure Ryan doesn't burn out too. So, and you've actually been doing your own thing. I've been so proud watching you do your own videos. That's wonderful.
I've been doing it for short form. 4 years now, whatever. 5. I don't even freaking know. So long. It's ridiculous at this point.
You haven't even stopped pedaling. You just pedal. That's awesome.
I'm nearing 800 videos, and that's just
really?
And that's just YouTube. Like I've probably got like a couple thousand between TikTok and
yeah. Jesus, let's see. Carrie Ann Chrysler asked, do you have a deed of ownership for your property in heaven? Jesus returned. That's a great question. We talked about getting our soul swords. We really should get our soul swords. That way, if somebody such as Jesus returned happened to want to ensure that when he gets to heaven, he'll have a beautiful, glorious sword that he can cut down the non-believers, the sinners, whenever they come back to take over the world in the name of God. So, right, we should get some money. Let me do this thing here. I'm gonna actually give us some goats, and we're gonna take a little bit of a break. Goats, I think that's all somebody wanting goats. We're gonna take a little bit of a break, and here in a minute, whenever we get back, we're gonna do a Theocracy watch and have a little fun. We'll be back. Goat scented flesh candles.
Have you sinned again? Oh, and it's bad this time. A chicken just won't do. But wait, you don't have a goat for your burnt offering. Oh no. The Lord's wrath is upon you.
Insignificant person whose name I don't know, you have sinned. Probably. I shall smite thee.
What do? You're all out of goats. She left you for another man.
Fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles.
No goat? No problem. Just light one of these bad boys and let the sweet, savory scent of burning built flesh rise up to the heavens.
Is that goat?
It's easy, it's fast, and deluxe models even have patented technology that produces a goat screaming sound as the wick burns.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented candles. Save a goat, burn a candle.
Father Flanagan's line of goat-scented flesh candles are part of our You Do You Jew interfaith outreach program.
When you sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. When the Lord requires that snow, light a candle or you're going to hell.
All right, we are back. Thank you for joining us, guys, and being patient. My computer is driving me nuts. It's looking more and more like a baby harp seal every moment. There we go. And Ambushed Apostate for $5 says, congratulations on 1 year, Chris and Ryan. This community means the world to me, and I'm so thankful I found y'all. Cheers to year number 2.
Thank you.
Thank you, Seth. I'll be honest. I don't know if it's actually going to work out in any way, but you remember I was telling you that there's somebody that I asked to do like production on the show and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Rayon. That was Seth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just busy, and he's been moving, doing all this stuff, and and I probably scared him. I gave him a list of like all the things, not all the things I would expect an individual to do, just all the things that need to be done. He's like, oh, I'll talk to you later. I'll see you later.
Like 1 year later. I'm just kidding.
Yes. But with any luck, he'll get settled. He can come in and help us, and we'll do stuff. And he can grow, and we can grow. And we can all grow together.
We're growers, not showers.
Bit of both. Deviant Outcast has made words in the chat.
Oh, words. I like words.
And more than one, because you know how Deviant Outcast is. And I now today have medications on.
Oh yeah, you had your appointment yesterday.
I did. So now I'm going to attempt to focus on this entire message. hope so too. If history is taken into account, I think we will. At least in Europe, we didn't hesitate to welcome back Italy or Spain when they came back from their fascist regimes. Same even with Germany. So for what it's worth, hopefully they can give you hope for the future. You know, that's very interesting, Deviant Outcast. I do want to mention here something. This is a thought. This bothers me because it bothers me what it implies. One of the reasons why fascism died so quickly after World War II is not because the world saw that it was wrong or any of that business. It was because most of the freaking fascists were dead. They'd been killed in World War II. There'd been a 4-year war where the people who believed in that shit the most got killed. So whenever it was over, those people who were into it were killed, and those who bragged about it were killed. You know, even in Germany, even now they can't do a swastika. They can't do the, you know, there's this German comedian. I haven't seen him in a while. He does these TikToks. He's like, you know, where's the sports ball team? Oh, it's over there. And then he goes, where's the
right,
restaurant?
like,
and he goes, oh, it's over there. No, put the hand down. You know, because they just can't, because they were killed. They were wiped out. They were suppressed. You know how sometimes we say the white supremacy, Donald Trump made it okay for them to come out where it wasn't shameful anymore. That's what happened. After World War II, they were shamed. They were beaten out. They were done. Now, what's it going to take? Donald Trump has got hundreds of thousands of people here in the United States already signed up for ICE, knowing what it entails, or signing up for ICE.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know if I don't know. I wonder if they're having high turnover. Does anybody know?
I've heard.
Yeah. Because I think I've heard it, but I don't know that I've actually seen a resource say it. So I don't know if that's just on the street or what.
One of the things that kind of bothers me is that I have not seen enough insider videos taken by people who join the ICE, who are in there and go, oh my God, this is horrific, and like take secret videos of the oppression going on in the jails or prisons or any of that business. I haven't seen nearly enough of that stuff.
Wonder.
Which is shameful. You know? Yeah. We'll see. But hey, even with Nazi Germany, there were those people who were just for it. You gotta have people who are just for it. They just, it's just their bag, I guess. And that's one of the things that always kind of gets me is that, you know, these are people who every chance they get, every time they get in political power, every time, the first thing they do is start hurting people. That's their goal every time. The first thing Donald Trump did when he got into office the first time was to go after Meals on Wheels. These people love hurting people. I don't see why any rational society would allow the far right mentality to hold power and call any shots. I mean, like, the levers of power should be securely away from these motherfuckers. They're just so dangerous. Please. Every time. And now we've got far right-wing authoritarians in power all over the world. Donald Trump is one, but Benjamin Netanyahu is another. I mean, he is a Jewish Nazi. Is that a good way to put it? Yeah. Hey, you know, if it walks like, if it gives steps like, you know, yeah.
Listen, he is Jewish, but he's not religious. He's an atheist. So he's just a person who is he's a Nazi who just happens to be Jewish. You know, he did it. It's the truth. Well,
yeah, he's a Zionist is really essentially the same.
And I think that it's a very similar ideology.
Exactly.
Supremacy over other people, separation, isolate, you know, it's all that same playbook that they're pulling from, just with different words to make it sound better, I suppose, because nobody wants to be the new Nazis. Nobody wants that. But, you know, Zionism, and you champion it with, oh, it's God and chosen people and doing the right thing and righting the wrongs.
True. Deviant Outcast says, Daily Atheist Morning Show, of course, the regime needs to go first. And sadly, the way fascism loses its hold on a nation is by violence. It follows from the fact that they rule, and they're obviously still talking. Here's the thing, though. That's the deal. That's the only way you remove them from power. They don't go willingly. They don't go silently in the night. They have to be pulled out of office, usually through violence. Throughout history, that's just how you've removed your authoritarian regimes from power. The fascists do not give up. Yet our society, we are programmed to protest, but not violently. Protest, but don't say things like F Donald Trump or any of those businesses. You know, we're told we're supposed to be peaceful and nonviolent. They are not nonviolent. Nonviolence or violence can, as we've talked about here on the show, violence does not involve physical violence. That's not all you need. You can. They are doing violence against the poor people, against the brown people, against the people of Africa who are going to die from lack of the aid that U.S. aid used to provide them. That alone is financial violence. And they can use that against us all the time. They use it against us. They kill us by the millions. And yet, if you talk openly about eating a billionaire on the YouTube channel, they'll shut us down.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And they got everybody conned on that, man. Like people like angry that a billionaire got killed, or how dare you be so not have empathy when the billionaires went down to the bottom of the sea and died. Like, how dare you not shed a tear?
Or get mad at us if we are pro Luigi. You know, if we start eating ourselves, if we're pro eating, if we're pro Luigi. I mean, Luigi took out one person who was responsible for the miserable type of deaths. Miserable deaths. I mean, it's not just dying quickly like bombs and stuff. No, this is dying from physical ailments. That's the kind of deaths this man did upon people.
Yep.
And yet we are bad if we say we support Luigi and what he did.
We're bad, right? We're seen as the violent criminals.
And here's the point. We don't actually need insurance companies at all. Our society does not need them. It's just a middleman that takes a lot of money. That's all it is. We don't need insurance companies at all.
Somebody's making money. I mean, you figure all the middlemen in between.
Oh, absolutely.
These insurance companies who just got like these huge ass bank accounts and funds and stocks for what? Just to tell me no, that I can't get something done that I need to have done? Or they'll cover like 25% of it. Thanks.
Right. Woke Guitar Dog says financial hardship coupled with medical problems is torture. Well, they took away. That's true. They've taken away all kinds of financial help. They've raised the tariffs, so prices are going up. They're getting rid of Social Security. They're fixing to go after Social Security. They're already talking about it. They just got rid of a lot of Medicare and Medicaid for people. They're going to get thrown out of these hospitals. They're going to be thrown out of their homes. They're going to lose everything. And then what happens to them whenever they're on the street? Donald Trump has a concentration camp ready.
Yeah, unhoused, illegal.
Yeah, just like Hitler. Hitler removed the transients and the poor people from. Yeah, same thing. He did it.
Yeah, the undesirables. Nobody wants to look at that. Nobody wants to see homeless people. Nobody wants to be faced with the fact this country doesn't give a fuck. And that's the problem. Because if you actually looked homeless people and, unhoused people in the face and had conversations with them, you'd see many times the way that they got there, the means that they got there was something so silly, maybe a medical bill, losing their job, their car went bye-bye and they couldn't get to their job. I mean, just the stupidest, silliest things. But because we don't have enough money in the bank account to get us through a couple months, to pay our rent for a couple months, we don't have a safety net. It's literally living paycheck to paycheck. So of course, when one paycheck falls, you're effed. Right. And that's just, I mean, I know it. I've watched it. I've lived it. It's how simple it can be. And it doesn't matter how hardworking you are. Sometimes when the cards fall the way that they do, you're just fucked. And this country says, oh, you piece of shit. You failed, you fucking piece of shit. Now I'm going to put you in jail. That's what you're
a prison camp now. Yep. Carrie Ann Crosser, this is a perfect example of literally what we're talking about. Carrie Ann says, Luigi went to extremes that were unnecessary, but that showed what law is created to protect reputations and the affluent. Actually, I would say that's the opposite. That's not true. His victim, that gentleman, he was the one who went to extremes that were unnecessary, and he hurt a lot of people. Now, Luigi, I would say no. That's exactly what they're programming us to think, is that to go back and to do these things to people who do that financial harm to us. They're doing financial violence to us by the millions they kill, and yet they want us to think that what Luigi did was unnecessary. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. Us on the left, we're real nice. But again, as we mentioned, which fascist regime is toppled through without violence? None of them. So
I would hope that through, it would be lovely if through passive means we could just squeeze them the F out.
Yeah.
That just takes a long time. It probably takes the life loss of a lot of innocent people, putting their bodies on the front lines, which is just sad that the good people got to die just so we can say we were peaceful.
That's true. And again, it's not only that this gentleman unalived a lot of people. He did it through one of the harshest ways, is by denying them medical care until they died. And why did he do it? As if it weren't, it's one thing if he were doing it for religious reasons, because, you kind of expect it of them, but this guy did it for money. So he actually exchanged money for people's lives and let them die in the most miserable of ways. But Luigi is the one who did unnecessary and went too far.
And do we even know if it was him?
Him who?
Luigi. Are we even certain that he's the dude?
Luigi's the guy who shot the guy. He shot the CEO.
We're certain of that? I've seen the pictures.
I think so.
I know like 10 dudes off rip that look like that dude. That's what I'm saying. I just don't.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, how good is their evidence?
Yes. Yeah. So
because they just want to kill, they just want someone to hold responsible, regardless if they're the guy or not. He'll be the fall guy. That's why.
Wasn't he charged? Was Luigi charged with terrorism?
I believe so.
Let me ask.
Did he? I don't know. Saf, excuse me. Did he? I was just curious.
Yes, I'd ask the question. Are you listening to me? Yes, he was charged with terrorism.
Yeah.
Was the man who killed?
And why is that? That's what I don't understand. Why is that? Why is that considered terrorism? But then when homie goes to a Democrat's house and kills a legislator and her husband, that's not considered terrorism.
Right. That's right. Literally. You see, his charges are so escalated. They want us to know that what Luigi did was unacceptable. Period. They're also going to, my understanding is they're going to execute him. They want to execute him. Vance Bolter.
Absolutely fucked, man.
Right. Vance Boulder has been charged with murder, stalking, and firearms offenses related to the killing of Melissa Hortman, a politician. A right-wing nutbag took arms and killed killed Democratic politicians in their homes, and that just vanished. And he didn't even get charged with terrorism.
Where is he now?
Where is he now? Where is he now?
I don't know. I just looked it up, but I didn't really see too many people talking about it because it's part of my Theocracy Watch this morning. I mentioned him, but
oh, really? Wow, we hit them. We hit those, don't we?
Because they all tie in together. Similar story, different day.
They do. Well, apparently these are state charges. So Trump cannot pardon him, apparently.
I wonder if he would, if he could.
That's the deal. Would he? If he could? This man did his work for him. The only thing that would, just like the January 6th people, he has proven to them, he's proven to his base now that whenever he's ready to overthrow the government, if you help him and he succeeds, he will pardon you. You will benefit. You won't face MPG. Yeah, right. That's her own fault for not being loyal.
Why have he not pardoned her?
Who?
He's not pardoned Marjorie Taylor Greene, has he?
What's she need pardon for?
Wasn't she there? No, am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, she was there, but she gave trader tours beforehand, I think. Or was it Bobert?
Was it her?
One
Yeah,
of them
somebody did. I don't remember who did though.
Yeah,
but they were like showing everybody around.
Gosler or something like that. Yeah, they gave trader tours to the people the day beforehand.
And you're still part of our government.
Yeah. They took over the government. Now they've won. Yeah, money did it. I think I'm gonna hit this button so we can do Theocracy Watch. I almost forgot again. Are you ready to do Theocracy Watch?
I'm fine.
All right,
it's a short one.
It's a short. Good. Here we go. Boop.
You're tuned in to the Atheist Morning Show on the Damn Network. And this is Theocracy Watch.
Last week, someone shot up the CDC because he thought vaccines ruined his life. And that's where we're at now. Earlier this month, a gunman opened fire outside a CDC headquarters in Atlanta, killing a police officer and shattering windows with hundreds of rounds. Investigators say that he believed that the COVID-19 vaccine had ruined his life. This idea was fed to him by years of anti-vaccine propaganda and pseudoscience from Trump's own Health and Human Service Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Under Trump, the CDC's credibility has been under constant attack, funding slashed, and public trust eroded, creating the perfect condition for this type of violence. And it's part of a bigger pattern. Like in May, Newark Mayor Ras Baraka was arrested during a protest against ICE. And that same month, New Jersey Congresswoman LaMonica McIver was charged after clashing with ICE-affiliated officers while trying to oversee detentions. Then in June, Minnesota Trump supporter Van Spotler, dressed like a police officer, murdered a local Democratic official and her husband, and was on his way to target several other Democrats when police stopped him. When Trump and his stooges spend years spouting fake news, gutting resources, and casting science as the enemy, we should not be shocked when people start showing up with guns to solve the problems. And that's your Theocracy Watch. Sorry, guys, I didn't get to finish, write a close or anything like that.
No, that's all right. That's all right. We're kind of on the topic anyway. And of course,
ties in, right?
Right, it does. And so the conservatives have no problem, apparently, with these types of acts. And yet, if it's from the other side, that one guy who threw a sandwich, he's been arrested, charged with a federal offense.
Ridiculous. Like, okay, legally, you should not throw a sandwich at a cop.
Right, but
do I give a fuck?
Yeah. But also, here's kind of the part of the thing is people don't realize. Some people think there's rioting and these rioters are protesters, but what'll happen is the riot cops will show up, or the National Guard or the ICE agents or whoever. They'll show up and they'll be. Let's take an example of a block. There's these peaceful protesters down this block. There's nothing going on, and then these police or officers or whatever, they will start their job, they feel, to move the people or to do something. Then they start marching through to move the people, and that's what starts the fight. They start this shit.
They corral them. They start to shoehorn them into places where they're backed into corners, or they just walk up on them and start moshing into them.
And how many of these officers get charged with violating these people's First Amendment rights? None.
Half the time we don't know who the F they are because they won't give us their information. They won't give us their badge number or their faces being covered, what have you. We don't even know. So anyone could just be dressing themselves up, disguising themselves, role-playing, just like these cops are doing, and beat on people. And what would be our... what would be the solution to that?
Well, one of the good things is that unlike the 1930s and the 1940s, now all these ICE officers and all these people who are participating, they get paychecks. There is a paper trail with their names on, a digital trail with their names in computers all over this country. And whenever all this goes down, we'll be looking to find out who these people were who betrayed our nation. I mean, at least we should be. Collaborators and all this other business. I
feel at some point, maybe anonymous, someone's going to leak the documents.
The Trump files?
Like whoever's in ICE, like people who are signing, like all that. Yeah, that's going to come out eventually.
I wish someone would drop the Epstein files. The problem is there's things in there they just can't drop. You can't drop that. I mean, well, technically they could though. I mean, if you have those, if the hacker was to get in there, bring them out, put a blur filter or blur out the victims.
Sanitize them themselves if they.
Yes,
if
they could sanitize it and then drop those videos. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Because everybody knows at this point. And Donald Trump, I mean, where's Ghislaine Maxwell? And there's been talk of a pardon.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd probably be like one of the last things he does is before he leaves office, if he were to leave office. I don't think he's going to leave office. The pupper demands me. What the hell is going on? Oh. Vic Lit has got to take the top pupper.
Hi, Vic.
Hi, Vic. Hope you're doing good. See you later. Thank you. Pet the puppers. Hillary said she would take half of DC down with her.
For what? What?
If we're talking about if she was talking about exposing the Epstein files, I think that's what we're talking about.
Oh, cool. Girl,
And,
find it, girl. Go get it. I'm sure you
That's
got
right.
connections. Come on, do it.
And, that may be part of it. Jeffrey Epstein was indeed, we know what he was, but he was also a huge socialite. And a lot of people engaged with him who probably didn't know what he was doing. And so I could see that Hillary would get that and go, sure, open it up. And they'll find things about Bill in there, but it won't be things like Trump in there.
Right. Maybe she don't even give it F at this point.
I don't think she does either. Well, I think here's my thinking about her, and I don't know.
She love that man. I'm just saying. I don't know that she does, but maybe.
That's a long conversation, isn't it?
That's a long conversation. That's a whole nother topic.
It really, really is. Bill Clinton probably knew. I don't know. And maybe he did. And if he did, then down with him and all the rest of them. Just because he was in there doesn't mean we should let Donald Trump get off. And whenever they talk about now how Donald Trump, they were actually getting victims from Mar-a-Lago, that means Donald Trump was probably part of the. I'm going to say allegedly part of the whole child trafficking thing. He wasn't a buyer. He was a buyer and a provider.
In the ring.
And this notion that he would remember, they have underage girls working in saunas and giving massages in Mar-a-Lago. Is that a thing? Really? Does that not cause problems?
I would like to know.
Yeah. Is it a thing? Was it a thing?
But she was 16.
Oh my goodness.
She was 16.
She was 16.
And I don't think 16-year-olds should be touching adults. And I really think it's something you should consider, like having a young girl working in a area of a court, golf course. Hello, country club. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. In that section where naked dudes are going to be.
Naked dudes who have been out on the golf course drinking beer. This is probably not the best place for a girl to be. But, part of her claim whenever she came forward was that she was taken from Mar-a-Lago. And Donald Trump himself has admitted that he knew she was taken from Mar-a-Lago.
And he said that was one of the reasons that he was angry at what's-his-face. But for years, continuing, what's-his-face, Epstein was still a member of the country club and was still there, was still a patron. Absolutely. So that's an outright lie. He didn't break off his relationship because of that.
Yeah, and that's just as damning if he did. Wait, you took my underage girlfriend that I like from the thing, so I'm mad at you.
I was mad about you taking my 16-year-old. He stole her from me.
That's what he said. He stole her. How many employees go in and out of Mar-a-Lago? Can you imagine how many that he would even know one of them? The masseuses? That's weird that he would even know her. So crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. Neuro Geezer is here. Sapphic Hazard Trump. Tell an obvious lie. That doesn't sound like something he'd do. Yeah. I know. It's just.
You don't know how to tell the truth. I don't even know that he knows what the truth is. Right. I think he believes half the stuff he spouts.
He actually may. I don't know. I don't know. But part of the deal is we do know that the people who support him, they know.
Oh, they know.
Fox News, yeah. Fox News putting the cheering in behind his hate-filled speeches that had no cheering. They knew.
They know. They know what they're doing.
And one of the things
his numbers are low.
Yeah. And all of these conservative politicians are complicit. There's been a couple of them who tried to stand up, but most of them are just Donald Trump bootlickers.
Well, and this is the opportune time for Americans to show that we're not going to put up with that, and do not vote for these people if they have not put you first and doing the job that they're meant to do is work for you. Don't vote for them, man.
Well, also there's been this huge misinformation campaign. Obviously, we've talked about it, by the right. And essentially what they've been doing for the past 10, 15 years is programming people as best they can that woke, or that people on the left, or that gays or whatever are worse than abject fascism. That's what they've been programmed. And I even engaged with a person in the chat. I asked the question of the day. Remember the other day, why would any atheist support a politician who's going to impose Christianity on them?
Right.
Yeah. And I had a Christian, assume an atheist, I presume they were an atheist, said, why would we? Because the alternate is way worse. And I'm like, what alternate are you talking about? Talking about giving gay people their rights? Are you talking about letting trans people just be people? What the hell are you talking about that is worse than the fascist Donald Trump taking away people's First Amendment rights?
So you're just like God. Okay. Well, then just admit that. Admit that you're still a Christian, or that deep down you're actually a Christian. Just say that. Like, that's cool.
Yeah. That's true.
Fine.
That's a good point.
You can.
Sounds like the viciousness
of
a Christian.
Yeah, you're still just like God.
Yep. Sapient Cephalopod for $5. Thank you for the super chat. Says, I am still waiting for both Never Trumpers to be in the same room at the same time. I keep hearing rumors about these unicorns.
Never Trumpers.
Yeah. I don't know. Is Marjorie Trader Green she's not a Trump fan. She's one of the few, I think, that not for good reasons.
Right.
Yeah.
She's a wackadoodle.
She really can be.
She might be right about some things recently, but
yeah,
she got a long way to go.
Yeah, and anytime she says something that you agree with, or at least that I agree with, I have to stop and assess myself. But because if she agrees with me, maybe I'm wrong, because those people take the wrong side of everything. And I've actually learned a few things. Recently, I learned about. Remember, we talked about. Well, not that we're going to go into it. We talked about Islam and how I said I didn't believe in Islamophobia and all that crap because of X, Y, and Z. And I started thinking. Let me think about this for a minute. I'm a person who can absolutely learn and move on. The purpose of that is that there are people who actually do respond hyperphobic to Muslims who are not dangerous, who are just normal, cool people. And they get mistreated by people who are shitty people and who treat them poorly. And that, indeed, is Islamophobia. And I'm like, I'm trying to find a new position on it. Not all people are bad.
Listen, Chris, I get it. I'm a woman. So of all people, no offense, of all people, I fucking hate someone telling me I'd have to wear a head covering or cover my body. I was basically told that my entire effing life, actually, just, not as modest, if you will. So it makes me want to throw up in my stomach. It actually makes me want to punch people in the face. I'm not going to lie to you. But I understand I wouldn't go up to a Jehovah's Witness and punch them in the face and be pissed at them because I know that they would let their kid die. I know that they're doing what they think is the right thing. And the only way probably to reach them is love and building relationships and having community, and hopefully therefore moving that needle, that morality needle, if you will.
Yes,
it's hard. I get it, but I don't think that siding with Trump because the alternative is worse. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. You know what I mean? That's just not an answer.
It's not. And a matter of, here's the deal whenever it comes to that. I mean, what on our side is worse? Can they give me any examples? I mean, I named out a few trans people.
This feels pretty fucking worse, Chris. Like, this feels really worse. So what are you talking about? What the hell?
There were times whenever during the pandemic, whenever Democrats were like doing things. I don't remember what they were doing. They were trying to make it safe for people because they were doing lockdowns during the lockdowns. And the conservatives were talking about how they were taking over cities and all throwing their hands up in the air and screaming about how it was a fascist takeover. Where are those people now that Donald Trump is literally doing the things they accused Biden of doing? I mean, and who doesn't know? Who among us doesn't know? Hasn't heard that the crime rate in DC has been going down for decades. Everybody knows that. And yet Donald Trump is taking over DC.
Ugh. And the funny thing is all those coming out of the woodworks just saying how scared they are to walk the streets in Washington, D.C. And I don't leave my office because I'm so scared. You fucking little bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you're a little bitch. I mean, goddamn. I've gone to Washington. I don't know how many freaking times. I was just there not too long ago. New York. I mean, yeah. Can it be dangerous? Yeah. And so it's getting in the fucking car, you twat.
Right.
Everything comes with risks in this life, dipshit.
Gotcha. Reminder: Biden was not president in 2020. Amber, I don't remember exactly what it was. I'm just saying that the right wing were calling out the left and saying they were taking over cities and they were going too far and all this business. And all the left was doing was something. I don't remember what it was, but they used this projection.
If the right continues to rewrite history as they are trying to do, then there's a possibility that COVID happened when Biden was president, that Epstein was arrested and convicted under Biden, and that the files could have been released under that's the truth now. Sorry, Amber, you're wrong.
Yeah, it does get more complicated.
I mean, that's what honestly, if you listen to the pundits and stuff, they'll say stuff like that, and then someone will correct them, like, "No, that didn't happen that was during Trump." And they're
yeah.
Then why didn't Biden do anything? Okay, so now you just move the effing goalpost, brah. Anyway,
good point. I was listening. I wasn't.
No,
I was listening.
Like, then why didn't Trump do something? Like, okay, now you're gonna say, "Oh, Biden should have done something." Well, it wasn't Biden. Yeah. So now what?
Now, I mean, how can you not know though? Now, Donald Trump, the way always vacillating and all this stuff, it's just crazy.
If you're fed a steady diet of idiocracy, which is what they're being fed, propaganda 24/7,
constantly. Yes. Absolutely. Let me do something. I'm going to take a break real quick, guys. I ran the first wild bill. I'm going to give you the second one today. We'll be back in just a minute, and we'll continue this thing.
Hello, and welcome to Shakespeare with a Redneck. Finally, I'm Wild Bill Wigglestick, and this is my trusty sidekick, Willie the Kid. And we'll be your handsome hosts, your gilded guide, your cowboys, concierges to Shakespeare. Oh, how cute. Wait, is that at 2, Ollie? Run along, little doggy. Bill, where the hell have you been? Well, I've been roaming the earth, going back and forth upon it, to and fro and whatnot. I like to travel too. Wait a second. Yep, back and forth upon earth, doing unto others before they do unto me. Bill, are you quoting the Bible? Trying to quote the Bible? Indeed I am. Despite my appearance, I am a man of culture and know many things, not just Shakespeare. Really? So you have a Shakespeare monologue related to atheism or skepticism? Indeed I do. Bear witness. Oh, this is going to be good. This is the excellent foppery of the world. that when we are sick in fortune, often the product of our own behavior, we make guilty of our disasters the sun, the moon, and stars, as if we were villains on necessity, fools by heavenly compulsion, knaves, thieves, and treacherous by spherical predominance, drunkards, liars, and adulterers by an enforced obedience of planetary influence. And all that we are evil in by a divine thrusting on. An admirable evasion of whoremaster man to lay his goatish disposition to the charge of a star. My father compounded with my mother under the dragon's tail, and my nativity was under Ursa Major, so that it follows I am rough and lecherous. I should have been that I am had the maidenliest star in the firmament twinkled on my bastardizing. Wow, that really is spot on about what we cover here on the channel, about how, people. So here's a quick rundown of the situation. Bill, this non-believer, ignores the teachings of his learned father and ends up getting 4 people killed. Bill, that's not... Okay. Carry on. Shakespeare was a heathenistic non-believer bound for the fiery pits of hell, just like yourselves. I don't think. And in order to throw the murderous church of the time off his heathen trail, he writes the skeptic as a sneaking, lying, adulterated father and brother, hating and betraying villain who ends up getting his comeuppance in the end. Bill, oh, come on, man. You're always blah, blah, Bible stuff, blah, blah, boring. You got to spice things up. Bill, tacos are spicy. Everybody loves tacos. Bill, tacos and boobies. Okay, you're not wrong there either. Tasty and delicious culture, baby, coming at you. Avoid the storm of familial discontent. Blow winds and clap your cheeks by clicking that subscribe button and hitting that. Wait a second. Don't you mean crack your cheeks? Nope. Bill, send safely, my friends. Take care.
Peace.
And we are back. Yeah, so I've been noticing the chat, and I just gotta ask, Jesus unfollower, what's your problem, man? Well, what is it you have with genitals? Girl, you got all big. All I see is your face now. Maybe you're just leaning. Oh, okay.
I'm just leaning. Sorry, guys.
No,
I'm trying to fix my freaking chair. My chair without wheels.
You need to fix your chair. We'll watch. We'll carry on. Jesus, what's his name? Jesus returned. The first question was like, would I sell my dick for $1 million?
Oh.
Remember, he asked the question, and now This question is: would you still choose evolution if you found out that if you were going to eventually evolve and lose your penis? Like, what the hell's wrong with you and my dick? Well, what is it that you have to think? Yeah, what is this Christian so fascinated with other people's genitals and how much they value them?
Genitalia are pretty valuable.
Is that weird?
Sorry.
I guess so. Well, Jesus returned, not unfollower. Yes, I know. Jesus unfollower is a different person. Sorry, it's Jesus returned.
It's Kevin, you pervert.
Kevin is Jesus unfollower.
You pervert,
and he probably is a pervert. He just looks like him. I'm sorry, Kevin. Don't be silly, Chris. One of us is being silly, dude. One of us is asking stupid question. How much money would you sell your nuts for? Is that not stupid? And why my nuts? Why not my left eye, or why not one of my hands? Why not my wife? Why not my car? Why not something else? Why has it got to be my dick? Why do you ask these questions?
He likes your dick, Chris.
I guess he does.
Are you offended?
Right. And this notion that the second one was like, am I going to turn against my core beliefs if my core beliefs tell me that I'm going to evolve away from my dick? What the hell has that got to do with anything?
Wait.
No, that was another question.
Evolve?
Yeah.
Your dick's going to evolve away? Like,
let me see. Yeah. Let me see if I can find it. It may be gone. Yeah, that's literally what he asked. It was like, if you found it, would you still support evolution, or would you still want to have evolution if you knew that eventually you'd evolve away and you wouldn't have a penis? I'm like, what the? I mean, and then to tell me to not be childish when I call you out about it.
It's just a question, Chris. I just want to know about your balls and your relationship.
Apparently, and how much I value them. And what it would take me to turn. I'm sure the whole, would you believe in God if someone threatened to cut off your dick? Would you believe in God? And admit you believe. I know that question's probably coming soon. You think it's coming? Just to find out how attached I am to my dick.
It's like the how the Christians say a gunman puts a gun up to somebody and says, "Tell me you don't believe in God," or whatever, and they say, "I'm a Christian." They get shot. Someone's gonna come up to you and ask you about your wiener.
Yeah, that's sort of the deal. And of course, Jesus returned castration was never a thing.
I mean, it was, right? I mean, isn't that what the eunuchs weren't the eunuchs? I mean, I don't know that all of them were, but
right. Well, you also had castratos in Italy who were castrated as young boys just so their voice wouldn't drop. What you're talking about, you just want to turn it back to my dick and see how much I value my dick. This notion of wasn't a thing. That's what does that got to do with anything?
Have you ever heard that song, "Let Me Smell Your Dick"?
I have not. Have you ever heard the song "Lick Me in Mine Arscht"? That's by Mozart. By Mozart. I mean,
oh no!
I wouldn't lie to you here in front of these people. It's the truth. No, I haven't heard that song though. Paul had to tell believers to stop castrating themselves for the kingdom.
Damn.
This is a sapient cephalopod. Thank you for that, sapient cephalopod. Castrati is the plural. Okay, castrati. Well, I was speaking of plural. There was more than one of them. I think I probably.
Oh, God's penis was circumcised? Okay, because I think we had that question, and I couldn't remember what Francesca Stavropoulou said in her book. So who did the castration though? Did Yahweh do it himself, or was it just he was born without the hood?
That's a good question.
Is that
valid question?
What happened? We need to know this, Kip.
Dr. Kip says the rabbis were quite sure that circumcision was necessary because God's own penis was perfectly circumcised. It's about conforming to God's image. That's interesting. Now, that's a fascinating point, Dr. Kip. Thank you for throwing that in there. Back to our person, Jesus resolved or whatever. Jesus believed, whatever returned. Jesus returned. Castration and circumcision are not the same. They're not the same. Not the same.
Okay, so Yahweh was born with the perfect wang. He had that dong.
He had the dong.
He had that ding
donkey dong.
He had that thing swang-a-lang, just like helicopter in the breeze, you know?
That's right. That's what you got to know.
Flew.
That's, you got to say. You got to think. Well, in the garden, Adam and Eve were naked. Did God, I presume he walked around naked too, with his giant godly phallus flopping.
Swanging.
I think so. I would think.
Maybe Eve would swing from it like a vine.
Ooh, maybe. Maybe. Dr. Kip has a new book out. If you're not aware, Dr. Kip, can you post a link?
You're never annoying, Dr. Kip. We love you. We support you. We're so thankful that we have brilliant minds like you. So never feel like you're being annoying. And if somebody ever makes you feel annoying, you send them my way, buddy.
There are some channels out there that for some reason don't really like people promoting themselves. And I get it, especially if I didn't know Dr. Kip. If it was just some rando come in the chat,
if it's a rando, you can get it too. But
but Dr. Kip is not a rando, and then I actually enjoy supporting
the
other content creators. So please, you already have a wrench probably from the last time I told you to go ahead and promote something, and the evil one just sent me a text message saying there may be another Wild Bill adventure coming soon. So I'm just saying, just letting you know. I'm as scared as you are.
I wonder, somebody just said about the I saw it somewhere. Rainbow ash, Egyptians and hygiene. I've heard that as well, that it was for hygiene, but I don't know. I mean, maybe the whole circumcision thing is just etiology to explain why they do circumcision, which is actually for hygiene and nothing to do with God. Fuck, find out. I'm just making shit up.
Well, my understanding, and I don't think I'm wrong, but I think I could probably use some adjustment on this, is that the Egyptians did circumcision primarily for cleanliness, just like they shaved all the hairs off their body to prevent lice and stuff like that. So that's my understanding of why they did it. They did it before the Abrahamic religion did it. And then the book of Abraham even says he went to Egypt, left Egypt, and then shortly thereafter started doing circumcision himself. Probably where they got it was from Egypt.
Yeah.
And it certainly wasn't because of a covenant with God.
No, I really just think that was all made up, or, part of the makeup of the culture to create that story, to say like, oh, this is why we do it, instead of just saying, oh, we do that because it keeps our dick clean.
Right.
Could you just be honest about it?
There are a lot of problems that can come up with a man. One of the things that a man has that is just so wonderful, fantastic, is that we're very low maintenance. You know what I mean? Girls are very high maintenance. You got all the uterus and the fallopian tubes and all that business and you guys start like bleeding.
Lots of bits.
Weird. And there's lots of things that go on with women. Men don't have that problem, mostly. But if you still have your love flesh down there, you got to take care of it. And if you don't, then you have problems. The drippy dick, among many other problems. So I don't know these things because I have that. I know these things because I married a nurse. She tells
Thank goodness.
Me. And if you don't take care of it, and it takes some effort to take care of it, if you don't take care of it, it's bad. There gets infections and problems arise. So I can imagine how that would make sense back then to do something like that. It would have been cool. Like, I think maybe had they been a little more smart about it, hey, we're doing this for hygienic reasons. Let's use this to have a way of doing it that's, rather than just getting a sharp rock and
flint.
I don't know. Yes, a flint. There was a name for it too, I think.
Back in the day, it's all they did is tell stories and make stories
went
up.
After dick flesh. Yeah.
I mean, shit, we make stories up today, so I'm not saying nothing different. I'm just saying they believed everything back then. I think it was a little more easy to trick people into believing stuff without being able to read and verify. You just had to take people on their word. You had to have a good instinct, or like a good listen to your gut. Otherwise, you was just as gullible as the next dude. But I mean, the Canaan was a vassal to Egypt for a long time, and they did well under Egypt. They were actually productive under Egypt, other than not being able to rule their own country of sorts. But they picked up a lot of like the culture, with imagery, with the religion. I mean, you name it. So there's a huge influence there between Canaan and Egypt. So it's not surprising that would have came from there.
Very true. Very true. Let me see what's coming up here. Would you ever wear your left slipper on your right foot and walk about saying everything is fine and dandy? Sometimes I don't get what you're saying. And I will tell you though, that as a child, I was pigeon-toed.
Oh, were you?
I was. And the doctor that my mother took me to actually had me wear my shoes on the wrong feet to help straighten up my legs. So shut the hell up, you ignorant fuck. Jesus returned.
Oh.
This guy in the chat who seems to talk out his ass. Every statement he says exposes his ignorance in one fashion or another. He's like, wow, like, right. Like, wow, I used a bad word. And yet you've been spewing nonsense in my chat for a whole hour now. I mean,
Jesus.
Behave,
Jesus.
The evil one is here.
Yes.
To be clear, the evil one says, those are my nuts. He has no ownership of them at all. And I mentioned that earlier. That was actually when he first asked the question. Beautiful, hello, beautiful. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I can't wait till you get home. But when he first asked the question earlier, he asked, like, would I give up my nuts for $1 million? Would I give up my penis and my test and my jump for $1 million? I was like, I wouldn't, but my wife might.
How do you feel about that?
I know there's a dollar value. So we were talking about what would the dollar value, what value would you place on my testicles and my daddy bits?
Your dangly bits.
My dangly bits. That's right. So, what a way to kick in the door, beautiful. Yeah, I know. Brent A says, ignorant Christian is ignorant. Ignorant Christian will Christian. I know. These odd questions. What is it, the fascination they have with other people's genitals and what they're going to do with them or what they've done with them? Or I just don't get it. Of all the things that we could have talked about this morning, this person could have talked about. Dark God 646 says he wants your foreskin, my foreskin. Maybe he wants it. They're weird about that.
Wants to wear it around his neck.
Yes, his earrings. He needs earrings, foreskin earrings.
I'm telling you, just like Callie and Nat.
Yeah.
Just wear them heads and hands around your body, just the foreskins. Nobody's going to mess with you. If I had a necklace of foreskins, just like somebody would wear garlic to ward off a vampire, I could probably keep dudes away from.
You probably could. You probably could. And, you know, really, when you stop and think about what does God want all of those foreskins for? Maybe he's got his own like bling where he's got not like Mr. T level chain. You know,
who doesn't give me his foreskin?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, he doesn't have leather seats in his car. He's got like foreskin seats in his car.
Ooh, he just like fillets the dick and takes the skin and sews it all together.
Maybe.
Makes like a skin suit of dick flesh.
How do we get demonetized on that video? I don't know. I'm going to play the Pharaoh's Curse because they'll demonetize the video anyway. I'm going to play that. And let me just do our super chats. That way you can go ahead and run away. And where is the thing? Live chats, super chats. And then I'll hang out with the kids and I'll do the Pharaoh's Curse before I say goodbye. Thank you guys for all the super chats and all your support. I appreciate it. It really does. All the cocaine and hookers that we can buy for $2. Thank you, Rainbow Ash. Says, new term for Christians, Yahweebs. I love it. I do. Bill Castle for $10. Thank you, Bill. Said, happy anniversary. Very much appreciate that. Ambushed Apostate, congrats on 1 year, Chris and Ryan. This community means the world to me, and I'm so thankful I found y'all. Cheers to year number 2. Thank you very much for that. Ambushed Apostate Seth, good luck in, it's not Nashville because it's not Memphis. Good luck in Memphis. Sapient Cephalopod for $5 said, I am still waiting for both Never Trumpers, both of them, to be in the same room at the same time. I keep hearing rumors about these unicorns. Very true. I mean, it's weird. Happy birthday, Chick Magnate, for $5. I think I missed this one. To us, 1 year for Dam and 70 for me. Wow, Chick Magnate, 70 years.
Happy birthday, Chick Magnate.
70 years. That's fantastic.
Awesome.
I found you back in May and haven't missed a show. Keep it up. I still have 19 left.
Good to have you here.
Thank you, Chick Magnate. Was Chick Magnate the one who said he was 69? No, 77 was 69. And I was like, thank you for sharing your last moments. I would just say 69
forever.
That's a good number. And Secular Feelinist, another $10 from Secular Feelinist to another year and beyond. We very much appreciate you. Thank you, guys. You are all wonderful. Ryan, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you in the chat here in a minute because you always hang out. Yes, we're like the people who hang out at the door as they leave. You know,
we don't leave. We say goodbye for 20 minutes. All right, guys. Love you. Have a good weekend. Happy anniversary, Chris. You never told us about your medicine, so that was great. Never really got to it, but maybe Monday.
Well, it didn't work. It's not working.
Oh no! Give us some time. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. See you later. All right, guys. Here's the Pharaoh's Curse. Enjoy. Sing along if you know the words, my friend. I'll be back in just a minute.
Mi burrito es tan bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. El ataco bueno, bueno, it stings like a bee. They told me she was his sister, now I'm plagued between the knees. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno, a full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. Mi burrito está no bueno, a full bladder I fear. Abraham's lies and Sarai's touch have left me itching front to rear. Mi burrito está no bueno, it burns when I pee. Abraham had the crotch cooties and gave his sister wife to me. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, a case of penile plague. I've got the Pharaoh's curse, there's fire between my legs.
All right, I am back. The real Jesus, thank you for that. Yes, you're finally dropping some knowledge on us. We appreciate that. I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. Send safely, my friends. Take care.
Got a house that smells like old cheese and shame. Father Flanagan's flesh candles change the game. Goat-scented thrills for your soul's delight. Light it up, baby, make your room right. When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Confession booths, busy, no need to stress. Light a candle and forget your mess. Gross odors vanish like sins in the wind. With each wick, guess who's your new best friend? When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Lambs and calves may have their day, but goat's the scent that leads the way. Clean your slate with a sniff so pure. Father Flanagan's got the cure. Turn your home into a saintly space. With every whiff, find redeeming grace. From your living room to the kitchen